Welcome in to WKYT News at 4. A brand new work week is kicking off with some fairly nice weather across the bluegrass forest, but this pleasant pattern isn't going to be lasting much longer as a wild temperature swing is headed our way. Let's check in now with Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey. Just how wild?
Oh, by the end of the week and toward the weekend, it's a big up and then an even bigger down. That is on the way. Short-term forecast looks awfully nice out there. Again this afternoon, a day that started out with temperatures at or below freezing in many areas, ending with a lot of sunshine out there and pleasant skies and those nice temperatures. Still a little smoke showing up here on that Jackson cam across southeastern Kentucky with thermometers upper 50s to right around 60 degrees into much of the area. Your Defender radar network actually has clouds and rain not too far away from us. It is just off to our east into parts of Virginia, West Virginia. Some of that is trying to rotate toward the west into far eastern Kentucky across US 23. Majority of that's never going to get in here. Wild ride ahead. We just talked about that, from mild to some winter time. And dare we talk about the first flakes of the season? Forecasts will show you that that is at least a possibility by the weekend. We'll come back with that, Amber, here in about 15 minutes.
Chris, thank you. For the third time in less than 2 weeks, a Lexington student at Tates Creek High School has been arrested for having a gun on campus. The principal says the student was picked up by police this morning for skipping school and then taken to school. School police then searched the student and found the loaded gun. WKYT's Hillary Thornton has the details. It's our top story at 4.
Fayette County Public School law enforcement officers say they found the loaded gun today within minutes of the student being brought here to the Tates Creek campus by Lexington police. This is the third time the Tates Creek High School principal has had to address finding a gun at his school within the past 2 weeks. Today, sitting alongside the school district's law enforcement director and Lexington police assistant chief after a truant student was spotted out in a park and brought to school by an officer. The same scenario as the last gun incident.
Well, the last two had no intentions of coming. They were delivered here to us because they were observed out in the community by our community police officers.
Lexington police say because this student is not under arrest, they are legally unable to do any type of comprehensive search, which is why the loaded gun found today was not found until the student was on campus. The weapon found during a search by school officers and administrators. The student now facing charges, telling them a friend gave it to him just a few days ago. School officials obviously concerned not that students have guns because they feel unsafe at school, but because they feel unsafe outside of their walls.
Yes, it's troublesome that teenagers, the children, have guns and have access to guns. That's a community issue, and that's why we want to have a community forum to help us bring about some resolution to the problem, because it becomes our problem when guns are brought into school.
Principal Mukes says he has been in the school here for decades and has never experienced an issue with guns like this before. In Lexington, Hillary Thornton, WKYT.
A community forum to discuss this situation and to address community concerns is planned for 6 on Wednesday night in that high school library. It was a rough night for a Laurel County family. They went out on a Sunday afternoon hike but couldn't find their way back. Addison Sproles and her 3 children lost their way near the Bee Rock campground, which is right on the Laurel-Pulaski County line. At 2 this morning, Pulaski County emergency officials began their search. The family was rescued about 8 this morning after spending a cold, long night without jackets or coats. They were taken to a hospital in Somerset where they were checked out and released. We'll have a report from Pulaski County ahead for you on WKYT News at 4:30. We're working on a number of other stories for you on WKYT, also starting at 4:30. Sam Dick joins us now from the newsroom to look at some of the news in progress. Hello, Sam.
Good afternoon, Amber. There have been more than 200 forest fires in Kentucky in just the last 6 weeks. Investigators now say that most of them, 75% of them, were caused by arsonists, and now at least 2 people have been arrested in connection to those wildfires. In Letcher County, police say that Johnny Mullins admitted to starting a fire. They say Mullins is a wannabe weatherman who started fires to gain followers and likes on Facebook. He's charged with arson. We'll have more on his arrest from Letcher County on WKYT News tonight at 6 o'clock. Kentucky's Division of Forestry says there are at least 26 wildfires burning across the Commonwealth. Division of Forestry leaders are warning about the potential for smoke problems. They say the smoke can become a visibility issue, almost like a dense fog, and more importantly, perhaps, it can be a health concern.
It has a lot of what we call particulates in the air, and it's hard, especially people that are sensitive to that type of thing with asthma or other respiratory problems.
They also tell us that the smoke heads north. People with respiratory problems need to stay inside. UK football fans traveling to Knoxville over the weekend down I-75 could see and smell the smoke as they reach the Tennessee state line. We'll have more from the Kentucky Forestry Division ahead on WKYT News at 5 o'clock. That's a quick look at some of the news in progress. Amber, back to you.
Well, as though that is a look at some of the news in progress right there, Sam. We appreciate it. Retail or e-tail coming up in Money Watch, how online shopping options are exploding.
Connected to the news that matters to you, like WKYT on Facebook. Keep up with the latest news on WKYT.com. Join the conversation on Twitter and become a part of the WKYT Facebook family.
A handful of trailblazers have taken on the final frontiers of e-commerce. Items that have always required hands-on shopping are shifting to the internet, from antiques to even fresh produce, and perhaps most surprising, mattresses. Jamie Yukas tells us how Casper is transforming an industry that begins today's Money Watch.
When Kristen Hoy needed a new mattress, she didn't go to a bed store, she went online.
I just hated the feeling of walking around and testing out all of these beds that were on the showroom floor. It wasn't for me.
She ordered her bed sight unseen from Casper, which sells high-end mattresses online.
We only make one mattress that was designed to be universally perfect for everyone. And so we give you 100 nights to try it in your home, totally risk-free.
When the team took their idea to investors, dozens said no, because a bed in a box seems so far-fetched. Not anymore. In 2015, Casper rang up $100 million in sales. This year, that number will more than double. The company has 200 employees worldwide, with Casper napping pods in the New York headquarters.
A similar success story is here at Warby Parker. They transformed the eyeglass industry by bringing it online.
The streamlined sales and manufacturing keep the price under $100, so that customers often buy multiple pairs. Shoppers now buy million-dollar antiques online, and Amazon Fresh has expanded to more than a dozen major cities, gambling that Americans will even buy fresh produce over the internet.
Is this how we're going to start buying everything now?
We definitely think so. It's just such a better experience.
Krim says Casper will continue to expand. The company has already added dog mattresses, and Kristen's cockapoo puppy, Sammy, is clearly one satisfied customer. Jamie Yukas, CBS News, New York.
If you haven't bought Nintendo's NES Classic yet, you could be out of luck already. They're in short supply. Nintendo just released the throwback version for $60, and it's already sold out on Amazon. Best Buy, GameStop, and Target are only selling the NES Classic in stores. The good news is, if you really want the gaming system, sellers on eBay are offering them for $1,000. Watching video on your phone won't eat up as much data next year if you're an AT&T user, but the videos might not look as good. The cell phone provider is introducing Stream Saver, which will by default play lower bandwidth videos when they're available. Users who want full HD will be able to disable that function.
Now, your hour-by-hour forecast with Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey.
Well, here we are putting the wraps on another very nice weather day. Another dry one out there, coming off of an absolutely frigid weekend for those lows. Some areas yesterday morning hit the upper teens. Live look outside, and we've got clear skies across the entire area. Overall, expect that to continue for the better part of your evening. Upper 50s to around 60. Sun getting ready to set. Temperature's going to drop off very, very quickly. Clouds are out there in the parts of eastern and southeastern Kentucky, and boy, we are close to getting some rain into the southeastern corner of the state. Look at this upper low that is parking itself across parts of North Carolina, and it's trying its very best to get some of those West Virginia rains into southeastern Kentucky. One more weak little system is going to skirt through here tomorrow. Does not have a whole lot of juice with it, so it's a mix of sun and clouds, and there's that much of a chance that we could squeeze out a sprinkle or a shower somewhere across the land. 11 this evening, upper 30s to low 40s. We'll put the brakes on the temperatures tonight. Out in the open country, you'll hit freezing again. Everybody else low to mid-30s. But here we go with that band of some clouds that will work across our skyline through the day tomorrow. Can we get a sprinkle out of that? Hopefully, and maybe into southeastern Kentucky we could get a drop or two, but overall that's a fairly dry system. Through Wednesday morning and into Wednesday afternoon, plenty of sunshine. Temperatures will make a run toward the 60-degree mark, and that'll set the stage for a seasonally chilly night into Thursday morning with readings right around 70. Remember last week I kept saying let's focus on just beyond that 7-day forecast for the coming weekend. You want to see a big-time change? We've got it coming from Friday into Saturday and into Sunday. Let's set the stage for Friday. Windy. Bad news for the fire situation. Those winds on Friday and Thursday and Friday may be greater than 30 miles per hour. Temperatures are going to hit 70 to 75 Thursday into Friday. As that is happening, a band of showers and thunderstorms will develop across the Mississippi River and come racing in here Friday night. So right along that front, hopefully a nice drink of water comes our way. That front slams through here early Saturday. Temperatures behind that boundary drop off big time. You're going to see a greater than 40-degree temperature drop from Friday's high point into Sunday's low point. And there's a chance that with a strong northwesterly wind around here Saturday night into Sunday, the first flakes of the season will fly somewhere across central and eastern Kentucky. Between now and then, we're going to hit, again, 70 on Thursday, 72 Friday, 37 for a high on Sunday with lows by Monday morning, upper teens to low 20s. And this weekend, we're going to be talking about not only the chance for a flake, but wind chills for the first time this year.
Live look at Lexington rush hour traffic. There's a collision on South Broadway and Pine Street. Another one outbound Nicholasville Road just before Reynolds that has the right outbound lane blocked. Drive times to Nicholasville about 15 minutes. No surprises to Richmond across the Clays Ferry Bridge. Now back to you in the studio.
Officer Don, thank you. The buildings are going up, the parking lots are being paved, and before you know it, the all-new Summit on the south side of Lexington will be finished. Deanne Stevens is out and about today with a progress update. Hi, Deanne.
Hey, good afternoon, guys. We are here at the all-new Summit at Fritz Farm, and by the way, this is not a cowboy hat. It is actually a hard hat. They got fancy hard hats for us to wear. We have Stephanie Bork with us from the Summit at Fritz Farm, and I said, so we're going through like the drive-through at Starbucks here, right?
Yes, whenever you need your pick-me-up, you can just swoop on through right off Nicholasville Road. We're super excited.
It sounds like there's lots of things that will be pick-me-ups around here at the Summit, like lots of shopping. Yes. Tell us what is going on. A lot of people, we drive by here every day, corner of Man of War and Nicholasville Road, and every single day I see such progress.
Yes, well, we're going to have 70 ground level shops. We'll have over 22 restaurants, including Lexington's first food hall, which is going to be called The Barn, and that'll be in the middle of the property, so you can enjoy your coffee, enjoy some food, and do some great shopping.
Do you have to wear a cowboy hard hat at the barn?
Right now, yes, but not when you get your food. You'll be good to go.
All right, what is Kenny showing us? What is going up right here? Because we drive by and I think, oh, that has to be that, or that has to be the shop.
So all ground level shops right now. So you'll see everything from clothing to food, all along first level, and then behind that second level is all of the apartments, residential luxury living, the Henry at Fritz Farm.
And you guys have one of those done, which, by the way, we're getting a sneak peek of coming up here at 4:50. But as far as the where are we in the construction process? Because I'm ready to do some shopping.
You in Lexington, I'll tell you what, we're in phase 1 right now, and we'll be completed with that come April. In the spring of 2017, we'll be up and ready to go.
All right, and if people are interested in those apartments, we're going to tell them, by the way, how they can get in on that, because we are very close to completion of some of those, one of which we're going to get to see coming up at 4:50. The Summit at Fritz Farm. It'll be here before you know it. Now, it won't be here for your Black Friday shopping, but next year it will be. We'll get more details when we return at 4:50. I'm Deanne Stevens, out and about, hard hat and all. Back to you guys.
Deanne, thank you. Tuesday night's Mega Millions jackpot is $73 million, and Wednesday night's Powerball jackpot is $293 million. Stay with us here. WKYT News at 4:30 is coming up right after the break.